Today seems to be a day of speeches. Just a while ago, we watched President Xi and Prime Minister May speak. And there I am with my words. Perhaps an overdose for the intellectuals present here and a problem of plenty for the 24/7 media. It is a great privilege to speak to you at the inauguration of the second edition of the Raisina dialogue. Excellency Karzai, Prime Minister Harper, Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, it is a pleasure to see you in Delhi. Also, a warm welcome to all the guests. Over the next couple of days, you would hold numerous conversations on the state of the world around us. You would debate its certainty and prevailing flux, its conflicts and risks, its success and opportunities, its past behaviors and likely prognosis, and its potential black swans and the new normals. Friends, in May 2014, the people of India also ushered in a new normal. My fellow Indians spoke in one voice to entrust my government with a mandate for change. Change not just of attitudes, but of mindset. Change from a state of drift to one of purposeful actions. Change to take bold decisions. A mandate in which reform would not be enough unless it transforms our economy and society. A transformation that is embedded in the aspirations and optimism of India's youth and in the boundless energy of its millions. Every day at work, I draw on this sacred energy. Every day at work, my to-do list is guided by the constant drive to reform and transform India for prosperity and security of all Indians. Friends, from India for prosperity and security of all Indians. Friends, I'm aware that India's transformation is not separated from its external context. Our economic growth, the welfare of our farmers, the employment opportunities for our youth, our access to capital, technology, markets and resources, and security of our nation. All of them are deeply impacted by developments in the world. But the reverse is also true. The world needs India's sustained rise as much as India needs the world. Our desire to change our country has an indivisible link with the external world. It is therefore only natural that India's choices at home and our international priorities form part of a seamless continuum. Firmly anchored in India's transformational goals, friends, India is pursuing its transformation in unsettled times, which is equally the result of human progress and violent turmoil. For multiple reasons and at multiple levels, the world is going through profound changes. Globally connected societies, digital opportunities, technology shifts, knowledge boom, and innovation are leading the march of humanity. But sluggish growth and economic volatility are also a sobering fact. Physical borders may be less relevant in this age of bits and bytes, but wars within nations, a sentiment against trade and migration, and rising parochial and protectionist attitude across the globe are also in stark evidence. The result, globalization gains are at risk and economic gains are no longer easy to come by. Instability, violence, extremism, exclusion, and transnational threats continue to proliferate in dangerous directions. And non-state actors are significant contributors to the spread of such challenges. Institutions and architectures built for a different world by a different world are outdated, posing a barrier to effective multilateralism as the world begins to reorder itself a quarter century after the strategic clarity of the Cold War. The dust has not yet settled on what has replaced it. But a couple of things are clear. The political and military power is diffuse and distributed. The multipolarity of the world and an increasingly multipolar Asia is a dominant fact today. And we welcome it because it captures the reality of the rise of many nations. It accepts that voices of many, not views of a few, should shape the global agenda. Therefore, we need to guard against any inclination that promotes exclusion, especially in Asia. The focus of this conference on multilateralism with multipolarity is thus timely. Friends, we inhabit a strategically complex environment. In the broad sweep of history, the changing world is not necessarily a new situation. The crucial question is, how do nations act in a situation where the frames of reference are shifting rapidly? Our choices and actions are based on the strength of our national power. Our strategic intent is shaped by our civilizational ethos of yatharthavad, realism, sahastitva, coexistence, sahyog, cooperation, तथा सहभागिता, partnership. This finds expression in a clear and responsible articulation of our national interests. The prosperity of Indians, both at home and abroad, and security of our citizens are of paramount importance. But self-interest alone is neither in our culture nor in our behavior. Our actions and aspirations, capacities and human capital, democracy and demography, and strength and success will continue to be an anchor for all-round regional and global progress. Our economic and political rise represents a regional and global opportunity of great significance. It is a force for peace, a factor for stability, an engine for regional and global prosperity. For my government, this has meant a path of international engagement focused on rebuilding connectivity, restoring bridges, and rejoining India with our immediate and extended geographies. Shaping relationships network with India's economic priorities. Making India a human resource to be reckoned with by connecting our talented youth to global needs and opportunities. Building development partnerships that extend from the islands of the Indian Ocean and Pacific to the islands of the Caribbean, and from the great continents of Africa to the Americas. Creating Indian narratives on global challenges. Helping reconfigure, reinvigorate, and rebuild global institutions and organizations. spreading the benefits of India's civilizational legacies, including yoga and Ayurveda, as a global good. Transformation, therefore, is not just a domestic focus. It encompasses our global agenda. For me, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas is not just a vision for India. It is a belief for the whole world. And it manifests itself in several layers, multiple themes, and different geographies. Let me turn to those that are closest to us in terms of geography and shared interests. We have seen a major shift towards our neighbors captured in our determined neighborhood-first approach. The people of South Asia are joined by blood, shared history, culture, and aspirations. The optimism of its youth seeks change, opportunities, progress, and prosperity. A thriving, well-connected, and integrated neighborhood is my dream. In the last 2.5 years, we have partnered with almost all our neighbors to bring the region together. Where necessary, we have shared the burdens of our past for the progressive future of our region. The result of our efforts is there to see. In Afghanistan, despite distance and difficulties in transit, our partnership assists in reconstruction by building institutions and capabilities. In the backdrop of shifting politics, our security engagement has deepened. The completion of Afghanistan's parliament building